Hello, it's Monday, February 22nd, and that means two things. Y'all should be living every day like it's Taco Tuesday, and it is time for the Lighting Industry News Brief brought to you by Keystone Technology and their X-Fit outdoor fixtures. These area lights have 3 housing sizes, a bunch of mounting options, a bunch of optic options, a bunch of sensor options. And these are powered by 0 to 10 volt dimming drivers, including integrated twist lock receptacles for dusk to dawn photocells, contractor-friendly motion sensors with easy field installation. KeystoneTech.com or the link in the description, if you please. Into the news. The DLC is investigating non-energy benefits of controls, requesting proposals on quantification methods until the 12th of March. NEMA has published a comprehensive guide of all their previous guides. This is the Electrical Standards and Products Guide, compiling 800 existing documents for your perusal. Cree has completed a $500,000 in equity offerings. I guess they're Wolf Speed now, but their stock offering went through on the 11th. Osram is backing Bulb. This is a germicidal UV startup with $16 million in fresh capital from the LED maker. Hubble is raising their prices on steel poles, not the aluminum ones, just the steel ones, for 5%. Crystal IS joins Lighting Europe. They make aluminum nitride and UVC lamps. New members of the industry association in Get a Grip on Lighting. Jen Jakes of the IES was interviewed about her career, software tools, and the value of membership in the IES right now. High-end UVC LED chips are in short supply, as the best chip makers are keeping them. They're making their own full options, not just selling the chips. Word to the wise, I repeat, that UV disinfection devices, the wands, the boxes, even some of those carts just aren't as good as advertised because of a lot of reasons, but keep track of them. We have the first ever consumer-grade quantum dot LED lighting tools coming from Nanolid Tech. They'll be rolling out soon. The NEEA has determined the energy savings of controls. This is a study of 19 projects, finds a 28% savings per fixture, with only $50 more in cost per fixture. Laserline has won the Lit Awards for their Pure Edge system. China is poised to restrict rare earth exports, as well as importing more cobalt from Africa. Brainlit, a Swedish human-centric lighting group, is making ground in North America. WeFaces technology sets up shop in North America. They are solar lighting makers, and they've added a North American HQ in Edmonton. Lumitronics and Ledim have entered a multi-level partnership on components and drivers. Holophane, makers of glass reflectors, are celebrating their 125th year in business. Satco has filed suit against Signify and Seoul Semiconductor related to, once again, vintage-style LEDs. Savant got a new patent. Recolight CEO Nigel Harvey has been found guilty for his involvement in climate protests last year and has received a fine of £321. In events and webinars, Light and Building has set the themes and topics for their presentations for their 2022 event. Light Fair has opened submissions for their Innovation Awards, and the Tesla Awards have also opened their awards submissions process as well. In rep agencies, Illuminations Inc. and New York Digital will merge. This represents a sale by Acuity. Orbit has picked DeFazio for the Carolinas. Hubble has signed Convergence for St. Louis, Missouri. WeSilica has partnered with Goto agencies in Alberta. And ABB Signs is now dealing with OmniLumen for the GTA. In market predictions, LED lighting drivers will be up 7% over the next 4 years. Grow lights will gain $5 billion in value over through to 2026. UV LEDs will grow by 1.7 billion over the next 6 years, and vertical farming will grow by 23.5% over the next 5. In recommended reading, we have a guide to white and infrared lighting for security, Peter Hugh and of the IES on diversity and inclusion. We have 5 questions with Jane Slade about darkness. We have the Austin offices needing controls. This is a piece from Inside Lighting examining what they think building owners should have learned from the case, the state of affairs in Texas last week. There are a lot of things about Texas last week with regard to utilities and regulation and policy and practices and just this whole multivalent intersecting nonsense of life. And what you can take away from that is outside the remit of this show. How about that? Tanya Hernandez on representation in the industry is another thing to read. We've got a great case study of a panda house in the Copenhagen Zoo. We have 6 designers predicting what they see in 2021. Will 3D printing save supply chains? Maybe. And we have a brief history of optical communication as we learn more about a Li-Fi. We Sun Alliance memberships are up 20% this year, in part due to smart city and industrial IoT projects. Huawei is launching their very own smart home line, including a lamp. Vuzix is adding Signify to help enable Li-Fi on their smart glasses. This is a brand new compatibility, the first for any wearable. This one deals with augmented reality. In horticultural news, indoor farming is on the rise. There's not really a perfect spectrum for cannabis growth. There's just not one size fitting all. Indoor farming, FOMO has acquired iLEDs, and vertical farming won't actually save all that much space because solar panels will fill the rest of that space. In R&D, OLEDs might save us midnight snackers from what is dubbed fridge blindness. A Dutch fish farm has optimized their lighting for better sushi. We have a skylight that distills water from from Henry Glogo, a Lexus Design Award finalist. Rice U has created a glowing window that also generates power. In dark sky news, light pollution's concerns are pushing back on Santa Fe's LED project. New Mexico activists are pushing for dark sky policies. Sherbrooke, Quebec is also planning a dark sky project, and Buda, Texas is seeking their own dark sky designation. Loss of sleep affects your fertility, so circadian disruption is also disrupting something else. We have an interesting historical piece revisiting lantern laws and security policy and where light pollution intersects with racism. We also have Matt Gaw offering a guide to dark sky tourism in the UK. Local news, CEA and SSL get an energy grant. This is for California. Minnesota's eco bill goes to legislation. Alberta Emissions Reduction Program is adding $55 million in grants. Luzerne County, Wyoming is planning a LED conversion in their parks. A Oklahoma bill will crack down on copper thieves, and energy management products in New Hampshire have saved $45 million in the past year. In projects, hacks, and weirdness, Disney has updated the lighting on the exterior of Starship Earth. The single most boring thing about Epcot at least looks better at night. We also have a new way to wire smart switches from My Home Things on YouTube, offering just some cross-compatibility ideas. And we have a new take on the battery-powered puck lamp trick from a how-to. And spring hares, a South African rodent, are the latest to join the long list of mammals that glow under UV and we don't know why. Hey, I've been Scott Wachter. This has been put together by Nailed. And until next week, just enjoy the music. Have a good one.
Don't understand